Hello and welcome to JavaScript Basics to Advanced. Here I will show you my system on how I learned JavaScript so quick. So let's get right into it. Here's what we're going to cover: JavaScript fundamentals, DOM and events, asynchronous JavaScript, modern JavaScript. Warning: this is the most important video in the entire course. Watch the entire video, don't skip, don't fast forward. Pro tip: watch the video in 2x speed if you wanna save yourself some time. JavaScript fundamentals: variables and data types, which include var let const, number string booleans, null and undefined, type conversion, basic operators. Next we move on to control flow, which is if else statements, switch statements, for loops, while loops, try and catch error handling. Moving on to functions, function declarations, function expressions, arrow functions, parameters and arguments, return values. Moving on to data structures, array and array methods, object and object methods, map and sets, and also helper functions, JSON format, destructuring and spread operator. Moving on, DOM events, DOM manipulation, selecting elements, modifying content, changing styles, managing attributes, traversing the DOM, event handling, event listeners, event bubbling, event delegation, common events, custom events, dynamic content, creating elements, removing elements, modifying classes, managing forms, local storage. Asynchronous JavaScript: callbacks, callback functions, event loop, set time, set interval, callback hell, error handling. Promises: creating promises, then chain, error handling, promise all, promise methods. Async await, async functions, await keyword, error handling again, parallel execution. Moving on to modern JavaScript, ES6 features, template literals, spread and rest operators, default parameters, modules, optional chaining, object-oriented programming. This is really important. They almost ask this in the interviews, same as asynchronous JavaScript. Classes, inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, prototypes. Functional programming, pure functions, immutability, higher order functions, closures. Higher order functions and closures, they also ask them a lot in the interviews, so make sure to learn them better. Composition. Moving on to summary. Core JavaScript foundations. Master the basics, including variables, functions, control flow, and data structures. These are the building blocks that everything else in JavaScript is built upon. DOM and browser APIs. Learn how to manipulate web pages by selecting elements, handling events, and managing user interactions. This is what makes your website interactive. Asynchronous programming. Understanding callbacks, promises, and async await to handle operations like API calls and timers, essential for creating responsive applications. Modern JavaScript practices. Get comfortable with ES6 features, object-oriented programming, functional programming concepts. These are what employers look for in professional developers. So I know this can seem like a lot. It seems really intimidating, but you're learning something completely different from scratch, and it's a lot of bullet points. I get it. Keep in mind that some of these concepts will take like 5 to 10 minutes to learn, not more. The whole thing will probably take you like 4 to 6 weeks. You just have to start somewhere. On top of that, some people that we interview with 10 years of experience sometimes forget about these concepts. So don't think about it too much. Start learning. I will provide you with free resources in the description where you can learn all of this. You can also download this presentation, copy and paste this into Google, and you will learn more about it. Soon I will create a full-on fledged course regarding every one of these topics, so you can learn directly from me. But right now I just want to get this out, start building the community, and prioritize this later. You now have the information, so you can go ahead, Google everything you need. And basically, if you have any questions, go ahead in the Q&A sessions, ask them, go into the community, ask them. So let's get to work and see you in the next module about styling.